welcome to the channel. It is your host, The Lion Gaming Crew, and in this Diablo 3 build guide, we're going to be taking a look at the Immortal Kings set for the Barbarian, available in both softcore and hardcore, so no matter which mode you play on PlayStation, PS4/PS5, we got you covered. All you need to do if you're looking for any of the gear shown in this video is hit that link in the description, sign up for Discord if you're not already a member. It's absolutely free to join, and everything on there is being given away for absolutely free. So big shout out to each and every single one of my subscribers, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into this build guide while I quickly lower my sound for the gameplay portion. So for our main weapon, we actually have some choices right here. Right now we're using the Remorseless and the Oathkeeper combo, but you guys can also choose to use the Immortal King's Boulder Breaker. Both are completely viable, and it really just depends on how you want to play. The one we're using right now, the Remorseless with the Oathkeeper combo, this is pretty potent. It's basically, the go-to standard for the Immortal King set. So, if you want to be more traditional though and use the Boulder Breaker, by all means, man. So we're gonna show both of them on screen. The Boulder Breaker has 2 million damage, and the Remorseless has 2,232,200 damage. So they're pretty much identical. The one on the right, the Remorseless, just has a little bit more attack speed. Both of them have that Season 25 Soul Shard affix on there for the death blow, and the Remorseless has a perk while both Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients are active. Hammer of the Ancients deals 250% increased damage, and we're using the Hammer of the Ancients for this build guide, so that's why we're picking up the Remorseless versus the Boulder Breaker. Cooldown of all skills 40.9%. and 34.4% on Remorseless, and for the Boulder Breaker, 46.8% for skills, and 27.1% for resource cost reduction. And we have the full piece, six-piece set bonus, no Ring of Royal Grandeur needed, so you guys can put anything in the cube that you want to for that jewelry slot. The 2-piece set bonus, 4-piece set bonus, and 6-piece set bonus are shown on screen right here on the left side, so if you guys want to pause the video and take a look at them in greater detail, by all means. These are both level 1. One is a Primal Ancient set 2-handed mighty weapon, and the other is a level 1 rare mighty weapon. Moving on to the gloves, the second piece or first piece of the Immortal King set, depending on if you're using the Boulder Breaker or not. Pretty good though. It's got 600% damage, 200% damage to all Barbarian skills. These are just like one of the last pieces of gear or last builds I'm going to showcase on the channel that will have that affix assigned on every piece of gear. I find that it makes it a little bit buggy when you just assign too many of those percent damage to all skills affixes on any build, really. So this is probably going to be the last time that you guys are going to see that 200% damage to all skills or whatever on the pieces of gear. I'm going to try to limit those to only the amulet and the rings in future builds. So when I update this, it'll probably be gone, but trust me guys, it's actually better. The lower damage, right around 500 billion, is right where you want to be at to have the fastest clear speeds, because if you have 5 trillion damage like we have here, it can get a little buggy, and I'll show that during the gameplay portion. So I hope you guys all understand that. Moving on though, cooldown of all skills 27.1%, 10 for resource cost reduction, and 15% damage to elite enemies. This is a level 1 Primal Ancient set gloves. For the shoulders, this is the Fury of the Ancients, codenamed Hellforged. Finally got it, man. I usually forget the name, so I'm patting myself on the back. This one says, Call of the Ancients gains the effect of the Ancient's Fury rune, and your Ancients attack 100% faster, which is great. This also has that 200% damage to all Barbarian skills. It ignores durability loss, 1000 to all stats. You get move speed bonuses after killing an elite pack and picking up a health globe. Bonuses are the same. 27.1 for skills, 10 for resource, and 15% for damage to elite enemies. Moving on to the chest, this is the third piece or the second piece, depending on if you're using the Boulder Breaker or not, of the Immortal King set, codenamed Hellforged. Again, pretty much identical to the gloves, a lot of the same affixes, 200% damage to all barb skills, so this is going to ignore durability loss. Bonuses are the same. This is a level 1 Primal Ancient set chest armor. Moving on to the helm, this one is where things always start to switch up no matter which build you're playing. 600% damage to all barb skills, which is craziness. Crazy. 5,000 damage, 1,000% damage, 165% increased attack speed, 1,000 to all stats. It is infused with that soul shard, so that, you know, is going to go off every like 8 seconds, I would say, for 20,000% weapon damage as fire to enemies it passes through. 44.2% on skill cooldown, 27.1 on the resource cost reduction, and 30% damage to elite enemies. This is a level 1 Primal Ancient Set Helm. For the amulet, this is a level 1 rare amulet. This is the PvP amulet, so it's going to buff all main stats. You get 9,125 to strength, though, 45% life, 1,600% damage to all barb skills. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's too much, man. Like, that's like what it should be total. So yeah, trust me, I'll fix it, guys. I promise. I've been updating these sets like crazy, so you know, keep it posted on the Discord on the D3 gear list, man. And I put the last edit date on there so you guys can tell what's recently been updated and what hasn't. Cooldown and resource cost reduction both the same at 52.1%, 30% damage to elite enemies, and a 25% movement speed bonus, which is the cap. Moving on to the offhand, I just had this. Oh, is it the Bracers of Fury? No, that's the Crusader one. Ah, fudge my life, man. Well, you know what? It's okay. It's codenamed Obelisk, which is super weird. I must have equipped the wrong ones. Just ignore that, man. Pretend that says Hellforged on there. You know what? Actually, no, I'll fix it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. We're gonna fix this right now. It's gonna bug me. There we go. Okay, got the right one on. 200% damage to all barb skills. Wrath of the Berserker gains the effect of every rune. Very nice. We're going to be utilizing that a lot in this build guide, so great. Bonuses are the same, and this is a level 1 rare bracers. For the offhand, this is the Oathkeeper, codenamed Hellforged. Buffing your primary skills, attack 50% faster, and deal 200% increased damage. So if you want to rock Frenzy and become a Frenzy Hammer of the Ancient Barb, by all means, you can totally do that. That is completely viable. Bonuses are the same. Moving on to the first ring, this is the Test Ring 516, the Immortal variant, so you're never ever going to die wearing this, I can promise you that. 1,200% damage to all barb skills, again, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Ignores durability loss, has those same move speed bonuses and all of the other bonuses shown on screen right here, and it also regens 160,000 life per second because of the Molten Wildebeest Gizzard, so that's great. Cooldown of all skills, 34.4, 46.8 on resource cost, and 15% damage to the enemies. For the second ring, this is the 1 billion physical skill damage ring, another rare level 1 ring, 1,200% damage to all barb skills, which is just so crazy. I don't think I've ever seen the percent damage to all skills be that high before. Cooldown of all skills, 61.2, resource cost reduction, 65.1, and 60% damage to the enemies, level 1 rare ring. Fifth piece of the Immortal King set. Yeah, I think it's the fifth piece. Don't hate me if I get it wrong. Pretty much identical to the bracers. Everything's the same. We like consistency, so you know, very, very consistent with these builds, man. Level 1 Primal Ancient Set boots. Last piece. No, sorry. There's 2 more pieces to go. So yeah, this must be the 5th piece. Sorry, that was the 4th piece of the Immortal King set. Codenamed Hellforged. These are the pants right here. Pretty much identical, man. Bonuses are the same, affixes are the same, so we're just gonna cruise through these last pieces of gear because they're like a snapshot identical. I mean, like they're you know they're the same. It's okay though. Level 1 Primal Ancient Set Mighty Belt. I love how the belt is a piece for this set, so we're able to hit that 6-piece set bonus even without using the weapon, which is nice. Fun part, guys. These skills, we made it to the fun part. So for you guys can play around with this however you want because of all of the percent damage to barb skills on here, but I think this is a good skill setup. For our X ability, we're going to be picking up Sprint with the rune Marathon. R2 main damage dealing attack. In that secondary skill tree, we're going to be picking up Hammer of the Ancients with the rune Smash. For the square ability, take advantage of the 4-piece, 2-piece, and 6-piece set bonus. For the Immortal King set, we're picking up Call of the Ancients with the rune The Council Rises. For our triangle ability, to get some mobility, we're picking up Warcry in the Tactics skill tree with the rune Charge. Circle ability, again to take advantage of the 6-piece set bonus. For the Immortal King set, we're picking up Wrath of the Berserker with the rune Insanity. And finally, that mobility skill in the Might skill tree, we're picking up Furious Charge with the rune Cold Rush. Passive number 1, Pound of Flesh. Passive number 2, Earthen Might. Passive number 3, Rampage, and passive number 4, Berserker Rage. and you already have Brawler built on the amulet, so you're good to go there. Cube powers being Blade of Tribes, so we can get, you know, earthquakes to spawn in and avalanches and stuff like that. Chili X Chain to get some more movement speed after casting Warcry, and the Flavor of Time. You can really change that last one out for anything you guys want though. Touching on the Paragon. Everything into Vitality, I say it every single video. I know I'm a broken record. Moving on to the offensive, attack speed. These two are already taken care of. Cooldown reductions, good to go. For the defensive skill tree, resist all and armor. Those are the two things that this build is really lacking on, I think. And finally, for the utility skill tree, area damage and gold pickup radius. Quickly taking a look at the final numbers, and then we'll get into some gameplay. 4 trillion, 300 billion, 605 million, 751,296 damage, with strength coming in at 53,842, with armor at 94,933. Bonus damage to elites, 320%. Attack speed increase is showing a value at 25%, so that's always nice. Critical hit chance is not capped. Actually, wait. Yeah, it's not capped. He needs 5% more to hit that cap, so that'll be picked up and made better in version 2. Critical hit damage is capped at 900%. Moving down to cooldown reduction, 99.66%. That's just fire right there, man. Anytime I hit that 99%, I just feel so good. Damage reduction, 96.44%, not bad at all. Resistances are a little low at 87.91%. That's why I said, you know, resist in the paragon tree to make it a little bit better. Total life bonus, 255%. Life per second, 160,000. Life per hit, 550,000. Life per fury spent, 5,000. Bonus to gold/globe radius, 70 yards. Fury cost reduction, 98.36%. Oh wee, baby! Movement speed is at 85% because we just procced that Warcry movement speed increase, so that's why that's so high. And finally, 8,000 experience per kill from the Gem of Ease. So with all of that gone over, we've talked about the gear, talked about the skills, talked about Paragon. Now it's time to show you guys how to rock this build. So this is a lot of fun, man. It's not the fastest Barbarian. I think the Wrath of the Waste, oh my god, we rolled an Oryx Dream Rift, man. What? Bros, what? We rolled a Dream Rift for a build guide video. I'm so happy. Okay, so, sorry about that. Right when you get into a Rift, you want to proc your Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients, so that way you can take advantage of that 4-piece and 6-piece set bonus for the Immortal King set, which basically, while Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients are active, it's going to deal 4,000% increased damage. I think that's for everything. That's a flat 4,000% increase, so that's really nice. And you're also getting buffs for Hammer of the Ancients from your Remorseless, so it's pretty good to make sure that you keep both of those active at the same time, just to get that flat damage increase, which is great. And then you also, you know, it's just nice to make sure those are active at all times. So that's 2 skills. Using Warcry every 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be exactly every 10 seconds, you know, it can be when you notice your character start to run a lot slower, you know, it's time to go ahead and cast that again. You'll be able to visually tell the difference, like from when you're like going with the increased speed versus not having the increased speed. You're gonna be able to tell there's a big difference there. Other than that though, you can proc your X ability, which will be your sprint, just to get you moving a little bit faster. And if you have to clear like vast distances of the map at a time, go ahead and use your Furious Charge. This is like the fastest way for a Barbarian to get around the map, you know. And also, when you run into enemies, you're going to deal cold damage, which is good as well. So like, you can use it to wipe out enemies if you want to. I wouldn't really recommend. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it does damage, but I just like using Hammer of the Ancients, man. It looks so cool. Okay, so we're going to go into the second map here. I can't believe we rolled an Oryx Dream Rift during a build guide video, man. Like, I don't think I've ever done that before, so I'm like ecstatic right now. This is like the perfect, even if we don't do good on the time, it's okay, because we rolled an Oryx Dream Rift for a build guide video. Like, I'm so happy! Oh my fucking god, man. These things are so rare, too. I think I've only got 3 of them. And I make a lot of Diablo videos, so I think I would have had more by now. And you don't have to keep casting your Call of the Ancients all the time because they just last until they die. So like they're gonna be around for a while. I just am so just like I don't know. It's like OCD with me where I just like cast things even when I don't have to cast things. I don't know why I do that. I do though. This is the thing I do. So yeah, like but Wrath of the Berserker though, that's one's really nice because it has a nice meter. So like when your meter starts getting red, that's when you know it's time to cast that again. Other than that though, man, that's pretty much all I have to say about this build. It's really just Hammer of the Ancient, everything. Mobility, you know, obviously Furious Charge. It does have that 0.5 second before you can cast it again, which I can't get that any lower, guys. It literally, it has to be 0.5 seconds is the minimum. Like, or yeah, that's as low as it can go. Even if it has 100% cooldown reduction and resource cost reduction, it's still gonna wait 0.5 seconds before you can cast your spell again. So I hope that kind of clears that up a little bit. But other than that though, thank you so much for watching, man. If you've been all the way till the end, you are an absolute legend. I appreciate each and every single one of your guys' support. You guys really inspire me to keep making this gear and just, you know, to keep trying to update things, to make things the best they can be so no one ever has to pay for anything in Diablo ever again. That's my goal, man. I'm gonna single-handedly, with your guys' help, dismantle every single seller of Diablo 3 gear ever. We're gonna dismantle them all. So if you're looking for any of the gear shown in this video, like I said earlier, all you need to do, hit that link in the description, sign up for Discord if you're not already a member. And finally, thank you again for watching. I hope to catch y'all in a future video coming out soon. Stay safe, stay happy, and last but not least, stay gaming, my friends. Have a good night. Peace.